back this time. He knows he wants to play it. It's not like the Ragnar. Mirage is still locking for Sandstorm. The players, you can see the good luck, have fun in chat. The U2 coming out, they're non-toxic. They're spreading good vibes, good energy. All of this for Sandstorm to 3-0 him.
You think those are passive aggressive? Good look, have fun. You two?
Yeah, those are just hater good look, have funs. In real life, he's giving them the cold stare down across the computer screens.
So yeah, this is
luck,
Luna, man. He is
good luck,
swapping over to the Lucian. We just saw him make the swap to Diamond Head. It was lights out right out of the gate. Didn't need like any warm-up time whatsoever. And now he's doing essentially the same thing now against Sandstorm. But Sandstorm, he's not going to get gimped off the edge like we saw Meg D get gimped by that first game with Diamond Head.
Now, so far, for the most part, it looks like a lot of the advantage is being made by Sandstorm here as he's getting these dodge reads off of Luna.
Let's see what he's got for us with the Blaster's gameplay to deal with the range that Sandstorm has. A lot of whiffs so far. Goes for the double D-Light into the side air, and Sandstorm making quick work of that first stock. That was 33 seconds into the game. Luna even pausing as he spawns back in. That high movement speed, it seemed like he used all that movement speed to get over the blast zone as quickly as possible.
He hasn't even like really done anything in Sandstorm yet, and he's already been lapped on the second stock. And what's scary about this is it's not like the Terrace where one or two good explosive plays can get the opponent to the red. He's going to have to work for these stocks. And it's Apocalypse, it's Lucian. He's going to have to work, and he's going to have to work hard for them as he is unable to find anything off stage there, and he gets sent back on by Sandstorm. Sandstorm's being lenient with him. He said, I don't want to take you out just yet. Go on stage, and we'll continue our work here. But as I say that, Luna getting a nice edge guard, getting a nice play on that left side there, is going to lead Sandstorm to lose his first stock.
That was huge. It wasn't like the most exciting thing. Like, we just got done talking about how flashy Luna is and how exciting he is to watch play, but that was just kind of, it was a slow burn of an edge guard that didn't forcibly send in the blast zone, but Sandstorm just ran out of in-air movement economy.
Luna.
He's starting something here. Sandstorm's able to get back to the main platform, didn't take too much damage. He only has about 60 damage on this stock, meanwhile Luna's in the red.
Sandstorm slightly overspacing that sideline. You can see Luna punishing accordingly with the blasters down light. And now Sandstorm, yeah, I was about to say, he just wants to end this stock. You're not going to see a lot of live attacks come out at this point. It's going to be the signatures, and it's going to be the side signature that takes the stock away from him. But Luna did a good job of bringing himself back in the game, all things considered, right? Because we saw where he was at, and we compare it to where he's at now. I'd rather be here than there, and he's already sending Sandstorm into the red with that recovery. Now he's just looking for the knockout.
He's finding his way in. He's going to have to really be careful on the neutral signature especially. He does hit that one, but you see how long you're in that animation. And if it doesn't hit and Sandstorm is anywhere near you, you know he's going to punish you. Nice, dude. The GC side signature, using it exactly like he was using the Qatar side signature on Caspian. He's gravity canceling it in the air, getting up high enough. It's not going to be quite the same to get away from the bow D-Light as it is like this, the spear neutral light that Sandstorm just threw out. But he was able to spot dodge it and reach out with the side signature, turning around, sending into the blast zone. Luna's in a great spot here. He's still a little bit behind, and as I say that, he just took so much damage so quickly. Sandstorm ends it with a beautiful neutral signature, reminiscent of the way he used neutral signatures on Mordex in the past, and he gets the stock.
Now, there's great spots, and that's where Luna was. He was in a spot where he could really play it out and make a comeback. But then there's also Sandstorm spots where he just knows exactly what you're about to do next. He reads the movement of Luna, turns that fact that he's been waking up, he's been fast falling, into an nSIG after the side light, and he gets that stock off. Not relatively early, that was the red, but earlier than Luna would have liked, considering he still had room to play with there. Now, you're seeing Luna take his time, sit in this lobby, think, okay, the Lucian, for all intents and purposes, Sandstorm gave away his first stock. Didn't work. We kind of got rolled at the opening there. What else do we have? Because the Terrace earlier, sure, it took him to game 5, but it also didn't work. How many things do we want to pull out, right? And when it's Luna, he has that champion ocean. Some people have champion pools. So Sandstorm and Luna, they have champion oceans. They have a lot of things we can seek them out.
He's still thinking about it. Has not chosen a legend just yet. I would be afraid to take the Caspian into Sandstorm because I feel like he's just going to zone you out. But it's exactly what you just said. Is like, okay, well, what are the other options? Do you go for the Taros? Clearly not, because that 100% didn't work earlier. We already did that song and dance, and it wasn't great. So I don't actually like. Do you have any idea what you would do here, Remy? Okay, he's doing Diamond Head. Oh, Remy's gone. Okay. All right. Well, the answer that I'm sure Remy would have said is I would 100% go Diamond Head here, because
Oh,
that's
no,
exactly what
here.
happened. Oh, you're playing coaching
I'm straight
here?
playing Koji
Okay.
here, that's obvious. Also, Earthquake hit my camera, so now I panned up. My fault.
Nah, it's just showing to the sky because that's where you are. You're just above all the
But I
rest
just
of us.
realized, like, the picture of me is like above my jersey, so it's like I'm wearing my jersey backwards. Anyway, we're going into game 2 here. He is on the Diamond Head now, like you were mentioning, and Sandstorm's still gonna be playing this Mirage for most part.
3, 2.
Let's see.
I don't think we're gonna see a swap from Sandstorm the entire time.
I would hope that he should. He should not do that. His Mirage is incredible. I want to see him stick with this for a very, 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 very long time. I want to see him take this Legend to BCX. I think if it, for some reason, doesn't work here, I think that just means he needs more practice with it, not to go a different direction.
No, I 100% agree because we've seen his potential on it. We know he has the potential for victory on the Mirage at the point where it's like, okay, why if I can win with this and they haven't made any patches on it, why would I switch off, right?
Luna's been doing a better job finding his way in. Of course, this is very early still in the game. Does get the burn dodge there. He just goes straight in with the raw ground pound. Didn't try and get behind Sandstorm to go for the GCD light into the ground pound. He's going even with Sandstorm so far here early on in game 1.
Yeah, this is a game looking much more even than the first one. The Sandstorm's gonna get a good forward facing down like there, and now look for the edge guard. Luna with an aggressive recovery is gonna be left with no options and get caught out by Sandstorm's recovery on stage. And now Sandstorm, it's so scary being in this position because even though you have him in knockout percent, if he gets one good dodge read on you, it could just make your stock completely disappear. Luna opting to just go for a raw recovery, doesn't want to have Sandstorm have that chance for that. And you can see Sandstorm slowly trying to run away with it. He's just going for these sidelights and he's like, one of these reads have to work, but none of them do. And Luna able to avoid all the options of Sandstorm and finally gets that stock out of him without taking too much damage himself.
He's going to stick with the guitars or really move over to the guitars. You saw him charging up that throw of the gauntlets. Wants the damage build to be on these guitars here. Sandstorm pretty quick to come back over the wall. He's not spending a lot of time over on that edge before getting back to the main platform. Luna's finding his way in here. This time he goes for the D-Light into the ground pound and the down air, adding insult to injury, making sure that stock got ended right there.
He is so clean with these edge guard scenarios. You see the down light ground pound. We've seen it. Like that's like the 6th one today. 4th one against Sandstorm. He gets it every single time he knows he can, and it looks so clean. But what is like so nice about it after is that down air. Another thing I wanted to point out is that Sandstorm, it's one of these rare situations against Luna where we've seen Sandstorm miss a dodge punish twice now. Like he's gotten Luna in a position where, yeah, he wastes his dodge in the air and you have Scythe, and it's like what happens when you waste your dodge in the air versus Scythe? You get staircase all the way to the top of the map, and Luna's just micro spacing him so well to the point where he's like, yeah, I'm gonna miss my dodge. You're gonna slightly whiff trying to punish me. Not there though. That's what I'm
literally
talking
right
about.
there. Right there. You saw that dodge come out. Sandstorm saw the dodge come out. He just saw the dodge come out again, and he was ready to continue that pressure.
Side 6, is that gonna knock out? Oh, just too far all the way on the right side of the map, but at this point, the next signature or the gauntlet recovery will be knocking out the top. Luna takes game 2. And now you can think he's okay, he's feeling a little comfortable there, especially considering he took that game 2 with Sandstorm, for the most part, getting that stock off just by that Scythe ladder.
He was able to get in a lot better than I expected. I fully expected Sandstorm to be able to zone him out a lot better. Any of those initiations, I thought Sandstorm was just going to be able to use the range of both of his weapons to get through. We're still waiting on Luna to lock in. So even though he took that game, okay, we're seeing him come in now. He needed just a little bit of a breather, and we're going to be going back in. No legend swaps from either player. Luna's Diamond Head's only level 32.
I just now noticed that. Oh, okay. I was about to say, was it on purpose or was it a mistake? Because Fortress of Lions is getting banned here from Sandstorm on Sandstorm's side, and I know Luna's been leaving it open and been going to it. And I think we saw the play on it earlier when Luna was on the terrace, but now Sandstorm's opting to maybe give the options of the double platform after West Air Temple a a chance to run first money paired with Demon Island, but it is going to be the Apocalypse. The thing with Luna is he likes to keep us consistent. He doesn't like to fix what's not broken. He likes to improve on what's there, always working on himself more. So it's going to be the Apocalypse, the one he just won on, and he's just going to rely on more skill and more gameplay. Take this game 3.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
We're getting into this game. Luna versus Sandstorm. We're now in game 3. They're both able to grab weapons very early on. Luna's going to start this one. Oh my goodness. Sandstorm's going to start that one off big. Of course, he's not going to get a stock off of that, but he's already added up over 100 damage just like that.
Now, last game I was saying we have to think of Luna in a way where it's like, okay, he won that, and he would have won it harder if Sandstorm didn't get that huge scythe ladder. But now we have to think, okay, Sandstorm only lost that because he wasn't getting multiple scythe ladders as he opens up that first stock in a dominating manner. He's just running over Luna here with the scythe and with the spear. We see him opt for another scythe to open up the second stock as well. And Luna trying to get an edgeguard scenario there. He doesn't find it, but on his way back to stage is gonna pick up a nice 3-piece. But it's 3 for 6. Like it's like the Burger King meal. I know we're sponsored by Trolley, but it's 1 for 8 nuggets here at this point for Sandstorm.
And that makes my stomach feel a lot better than those Burger King nuggets does at the end of the day. So. Dude, I think he just heard you. He heard you talking about him missing the dodges that were coming out from Luna. And he's like, I'm the GOAT. I'm not letting him talk to me like that. And he, oh my gosh, he's been insane with it ever since.
Sound like nSIG is gonna take that stock off, even at a point where he still has some movement to play with. I think if he gets like Endlight recovery on Katars, it might take him out. Now we're looking at KO percent for a bunch of moves, and it's gonna be the side sig that's the move of choice. But Luna, man, you have a lot of work to do, and at this point, you can't afford these GCs you've been going for. I know he does them because he likes to create that space, but at this point, Sandstorm is punishing it every single time, and it's costing him so much.
And it's scythe after scythe. That's why Sandstorm says scythe forever. That's why that is his catchphrase, like a Pokemon.
Hashtag
because
scythe forever.
He's just so nasty with it. His spear's good, don't get me wrong, but he's just so that he looked like it was about to be over. And then the weapon toss, and he's turning this around, and that was a 2 stock, and we're gonna be moving into game 4 just like that.
Such a risky option that you can actually only imagine Sandstorm going for. You weapon throws up, picks it up, and he goes for the diagonal recovery. Now a lot of weapons, it's like, okay, if I pick my sword up there and I recover, I'm going straight up. If I pick my spear up there, I'm going straight up. But with the scythe, you're forced in that diagonal trajectory. He recoveries away from the stage, and if Luna just wasn't in that was gonna be Sandstorm's stock. But he has the insight, he has the knowledge, and he's able to take that positioning and turn it into a full stock for himself. Luna, once again, not locking in. What is he going to lock?
I don't think it's the Diamond Head. I don't think there's anything that you can do with that legend in a realistic world that is going to be able to contend with what Sandstorm just did to him. I don't think that was a fluke whatsoever. 508 damage was all it took. That is 169.3 average per stock. You turn red at 150. People don't normally KO right when you turn red. It takes a lot more. We were seeing Meg D average 230 damage per stock on several games today. But Sandstorm, all he needed was 19 damage past red averaged out for each stock to clinch that game. He looks unstoppable.
I mean, he is unstoppable. It is Sandstorm. This is I would say is the world champion we're talking about, and Paul is the current world champion, but this is Sandstorm. He has that years of experience, that natural talent, and like I mentioned it the first game, like, yeah, you're not catching the dodges, but he's gonna adapt to it almost instantly after I call it out for him. Maybe he's watching the stream. Maybe if you need coaching, you know where to find him. No, you can't give it out for free, right? If he's gonna take the coach, I gotta get paid something too.
He already got what he needed. Like, what else are you gonna tell him?
He already stole it.
Yeah, he got his free trial and he binged the entire series in that week, and he's good. Like, you messed up.
This is my fault. Why am I casting? I gotta keep my secrets to
for
myself.
Real.
Lucian is coming back out for Luna here. The map bans are really interesting, as we've seen the APOC been taking off. We've seen Demon been taken off. He's thinking real hard and slow about how he wants to get into this game 5.
I think you go. I was gonna say, oh yeah, I had my order mixed up. I thought Sandstorm was gonna be picking from like Small Brawl, Small Enigma, and then the other one. I was gonna say, if you're Sandstorm, just go Brawl Haven. Like you
Just
just
go small.
take him out. It's over. But no, of course, Luna continued to ban that out. We're going to Fortress of Lions. We got one soft platform, and of course the giant wedge on the bottom side of the stage, so you can't go under.
This is definitely an interesting option from Luna because we see him ban out Apocalypse, we see him ban out the big maps, and sure, Smaller Fortress of Lions has that big ceiling, but it does have that relatively dragged in center hitbox from the left and right, so maybe he's going to be looking for these horizontal KOs instead. As I say that though, he starts carrying Sandstorm up into the sky. We're seeing a lot better of an opening with the Lucian this time than we saw last time, but Sandstorm, he's still keeping pace, he's still keeping even, and with the blasters, he gets so much value off of, but they're just going back and forth hit for hit. It's gonna be whoever can get this first big interaction here that takes the lead in this game. And we're seeing Sandstorm with this
there it is.
spacing for himself.
I was waiting for the side C to come out. The space that Sandstorm was putting between him and Luna while Luna was over on the wall, I was waiting for the side sig. It came out, it didn't make a connection, it missed, and Luna actually gets the first stock. Is he going to? Okay, it looked like he was still playing it close to the chest with where those blasters were, so I didn't know if he was going to try and throw his guitars away to grab the blasters again. Just like that, evened up in a heartbeat. We're just a minute 05 into this game. Sandstorm with weapon advantage. That neutral air, back-to-back neutral air is giving him plenty of room to pick up the blasters. Even picks up the second blast of that blaster's neutralizer.
That's his dodge though. Sandstorm not finding anything more than 2 taps with it, but those 2 taps is relevant damage for how even we've been seeing this game go. And I just want to point it out. We saw Luna take that first stock, yes, but he was so damaged that he came back, and all it took was Sandstorm hitting him with a nice scythe sidelight, like we're seeing him do here.
Ooh.
Take the stock, scythe sidelight, and then the third one goes into the nSIG. The stock is absolutely ripped away from Luna just off those interactions alone, and now he has to match the damage and find a knockout for himself. It's looking like Sandstorm wants to close it off here.
And that's a perfect example of what you were just talking about earlier with the blast zones, is if you picked up that neutral signature from the middle of the stage, you're sending to the farthest area away that you possibly can to get a KO. It's that 45-degree angle. Those are tough to find KOs from. But because he picked it up out over on the edge, he ended up sending into the left blast zone. And it was so early, Remy. That was an orange KO, gave him a gigantic lead. He now has Luna in the red. He's already up 2-1. He has the W next to his name. He only has to win one more game before the bracket reset, and Sandstorm takes the tournament.
At this point, you're just wondering what Sandstorm is... Oh, well, not what Sandstorm, what Luna is thinking, what he can do. There's the double-sider. Those close walls are going to give him that knockout where other maps wouldn't. That's the benefit of the map. But now, you need the benefits of your characters. You need these guitars to do extreme amounts of work here because you're a downlight Sair away from the game going over to Sandstorm. The tournament going over to Sandstorm. What will Luna do? The jump Sair is not it. The sidelight gets the read off, and it is not anything more than a downlight because the dare he goes for is instantly punished, the prize pool is instantly picked up, and grand finals is instantly ended by Sandstorm.
Sandstorm is your League Trolley Brawlhalla Bash champion. He takes it with the Mirage. He made it look easy. He forced Luna onto 2 different legends. Well, really 3rd if you're including a previous set that happened, including that Taros. Completely shut that down. That wasn't even an option here in Grand Finals. He tried the Diamond Head. Seemed like it might have worked for a second, but no, Sandstorm shut that down